So it's related to the estimation. So what does estimation actually means? Let me explain to you with an example over here. Okay, so if we consider that we want to know, we want to actually estimate the result for the 12th class itself, and I say that the result would be around, the result would be 95%. The result would be 95%. So that's an estimate that I'm having related to the result over here. So it may be right or it may be wrong. So this is said to be what? This is said to be the point estimate. This is said to be the point estimate. And further, we are also having another type that is related to interval estimate. We are having another type of the estimate that is related to the interval estimate, where we will be giving a estimate interval, where we will be having an estimate interval. Let us take the case that we are having interval from 93% to 97%. We are considering an interval from 93% to 97%, and further in this case particularly we are estimating that the result of 12th class will fall under this particular interval. It will fall under this particular interval. So actually what happens, we are having a sample, and different entities, entities that we selected from the population itself. So it is related to what? We are having the sample itself. And further, the different data related to sample, it is said to be what? It is said to be the statistics. It is said to be the statistics. Okay, so these are basically related to the mean, that is represented by x bar, or it may be related to the standard error of the mean, that is standard error of the sample, that is represented by sigma x bar. So these can be the estimators. Using which we want to estimate the population parameters, So let us take the case that if I'm having 100, if I'm having population of 100, and further out of these 100 of the population, I selected the sample of 10 persons over here, and further I want to make a estimate related that the mean would be, particularly a mean of the population would be equal to 12, whereas the mean of the sample is equal to 11.8. I'm estimating from the sample statistics over here related that the population parameter would be equal to what? So that is basically what? That is the estimation itself. So statistical inferences is a branch of statistics. It's a branch of statistics concerned with using the probability. So we basically use the probability concepts over here so as to deal that what different components will be lying of the population would be lying as per the estimates which have been made by using the sample statistics. Okay, so it's of two types. First of all, it is a point estimate, and the second one, it is a interval estimate. So in the case of the point estimate, it's a simple number. It's a single number that we just have an estimate that is used for estimating the value. As I just told you that in the case of the 12th class result, the result would be 95%. So it's a single number. Even if the result is 94.7%, we will be saying that our estimate was wrong. That is basically related to what? That is related to the point estimate. So point estimate is what? Point estimate is a single number that is used to estimate an unknown population parameter. We want to estimate what? We want to estimate related to the population parameter using the sample statistics, sample statistics, and in that case particularly we use only single value, and further if it is wrong, it is wrong. So it may be either wrong or right. Okay, it is not the case that it will be lying in between. So if it is 94, even if it is 94.7, we'll be saying that our estimation was wrong. Okay, so point estimator would be much more helpful if it is accompanied by the estimate of the error. That may be involved. If we say that there can be an estimation error of about 0.3%, in that case we will be saying that this estimation was right. If we say that this estimation that we have basically come across, that is equal to 95%, if there can be error of 0.5% or 0.3%, in that particular case we'll be saying that our estimation was right. So it would be much more helpful or useful if it is accompanied by the estimate of error itself. Is that clear? Next, it is related to interval estimate. So related to interval estimate also, I just told you that if we are having a proper interval related to, so if we say that the result of the +2 class would be 93% to 97%. So it's a window we are having over here. So it's a window we are having over here that we estimated from the sample statistics related to the population parameters, and it is indicating in two ways that our range would be that much and this particular ratio can basically fall, the population parameter can basically fall under this particular window over here. Okay, so an interval estimate is a range of values used to estimate a population parameter. It indicates in two ways. It is indicated in two ways: by extent of its range and the possibility. Also, it indicates the range, and further also it indicates the possibility of the true population parameters lying with this particular range itself. So if I'll be saying that 95% of the, if I say that the 95% of the population is lying between this particular range itself, that would be related to what? That would be related to the factor of the possibility. That would be related to the factor of the possibility related to it. Okay, so that is related to what? That is related to the interval estimate. Further, it is related to estimator. So sample statistics that is used to estimate a population parameter is called what? It is called estimator. It can be in the form of the mean of the sample, or it can be the standard deviation or standard error of the sample itself. The sample mean can be used as an estimator of the population. The sample mean, as I told you, it can be used an estimator. Also, the standard deviation or standard error can be used an estimator of the sample of the sample statistics itself, so as to estimate the population parameter. And sample proportion can be used as estimator of the population proportion. So if I'm having a sample over here, and if I say that 42% of the literate sample population, literate entities in the sample itself, those are unemployed. Okay, try to understand this particular concept. So it's related to the sample over here. And further, if I say 42% of the entities in the sample itself, those are literate but unemployed. That's basically related to what? I'm just considering 42% of the people out of the sample over here. Let us take the case that the entities in the sample are 100. So in that particular case, we'll be saying what? We'll be saying a particular proportion is over there. And further, from this particular proportion, I want to estimate the population proportion. Okay, so that is related to what? Estimator can be the mean itself, it can be the standard deviation, or it can be the sample proportion that can be used as an estimator of the population proportion itself. Okay, now let's move further. It's related to that criteria for a good estimator. Criteria first for the good estimator, that the characteristics of the good estimator. First of all, it must be unbiased. So it refers to the fact that mean is an unbiased estimator of a population means, because the mean of the sampling distribution of the sample mean taken from the sample population is equal to the population mean itself. So it must be unbiased in a way that the mean must be equal to the mean of the population itself. So we can see that the statistical is unbiased estimator if on average it tends to assume values that are above the population parameter be estimated as frequently. So whatsoever the values those were basically estimated, those are basically tend to be in the same way. If you're saying those are increasing, in that case the population parameter values are also increasing. So those must be basically must be in the same manner itself. That is said to be what? That is said to be if the estimator is biased or unbiased. If the values are not moving in the same manner, in that case it is said to be unbiased. Otherwise, if it is moving in the same manner, it is said to be what? It is said to be biased itself. Okay. Then it is related to the efficiency. So it refers to the size of the standard error of the statistics. If I'm having the two estimators, let us take the case that I'm having the two estimators from the different samples. It is a sigma x1 bar and sigma x2 bar. In that particular case, we are talking about what? We are talking about the standard deviation. Standard deviation is related to what? Standard deviation is related to dispersion from the population mean. It is related to the dispersion from the population mean itself. So what would be more beneficial? If I'm having the standard deviation is equal to 14 or standard deviation equal to 8 itself, which one would be more helpful? Definitely where I'm having the lesser standard error, that would be much more helpful and that would be much more efficient, because in that particular way I'm having lesser errors when I compare the sample to the population itself. Okay, so that's related to what? That's related to the efficiency. Next, it is related to the consistency. That is the same thing that we have already learned. That is related to the, it must be consistent in a manner that if the sample size increases, if the sample size increases, in that case it almost certain that the value of the statistics come very close to that of the value of the proportion parameter itself. So let us take the case that we are having the x bar is equal to, or we say we are having the value of the sigma x bar, we are having the value of the sigma x bar, sigma x over here, not sigma x bar, it's the sigma x over here, the value equal to 12 over here. Okay, and previously the sample size small n is equal to 100 out of 1 lakh. Out of 1 lakh entities over here, we are having the sample size equal to 100. And when we increase the sample size to 10,000 over here, when we increase the sample size to 10,000 over here, in that particular case, our standard deviation must be lowered down. And further, if it is increased to 90,000, in that case, it must be becoming very much equal to that of the, it will be tending to 0. It will be tending to 0 itself. Okay, so that is said to be what? That is said to be consistency. Because standard error over here means what? That we are having a very lesser fluctuations as we compare the sample to that of the population itself. Okay, so if we are considering the mean, let us take the case that the x bar was equal to 13 and mu was equal to let us take the case it's equal to 9. So when we will be increasing the sample number, the sample statistic, it will be basically approaching and it will be becoming very close equal to the population parameter over here. It will be becoming very close to the population parameter over here. That is related to what? That is related to the consistency. Then it is related to sufficiency. That our estimator itself it must be sufficient enough that we are basically able to extract the most of the information out of it, that any other estimator is not able to extract that much information. So that is the beauty of the statistics now, because from a very small chunk of the entities we want to know all about the population itself, we want to infer all about the population. So our estimator must be in such a manner that we are able to extract most of the information out of it, and none other estimator can be used in that particular manner. So that is related to sufficiency. So that is related to the sufficiency itself. So these are related to what? This is related to the characteristics, we can say, of the criteria for selecting a good estimator over here. Further, it is related to the point estimates. So over here we are provided with the different sample entities. These are the different sample entities, 97, 99 and so on over here. So these are related to the 16 entities we are having. And further, the estimator over here, if we consider the mean as an estimator, in that particular case, it will be equal to what? It would be the sum divided by number if we just calculated the mean over here. And further, not related to the estimator over here, first of all, we just calculated the mean for the different entities in the sample. So it's equal to sum of the numbers, that is 97, 99 and all, and further that comes out to be 1617 divided by the number of the entities, that is equal to 16, that comes out to be 101.0625. Further, we just calculated for the different entities over here. We calculated, we just in the first column we have written x, in the second column we are having the x square, in the third column we are having the x bar, in the fourth column over here we are having the x minus x bar, and further in this particular term we are having the x minus x bar square. Okay, so this is related to what? That we want to calculate the standard deviation. If we want to calculate the standard deviation, what is the formula? The formula is equal to x minus x bar whole square summation of that divided by n and under root of the same. That is a formula related to what? That is related to the standard deviation over here. But in this case, particular formula itself, there is a biasness. That is why we basically in the denominator we replacing the term n by the n minus 1 over here. We'll be replacing the term n by the n minus 1 over here so as to remove the biasness. Over there. Okay. So this is the formula that we'll be using. So over here it is related to what? It is related to variance. So over here variance is equal to what? Variance is equal to what? It is the square of the standard deviation. So we can write the s square is equal to this particular term, and further if we write the standard deviation it would be under root of the same, and further it will be n minus 1 so as to, there was some biasness, so as to remove that biasness we'll be using this particular formula so as for the point estimate. So I'll be just letting you know that where we'll be using, because most of the questions that we'll be solving, it will be related to only and only the interval estimate that we'll be considering. Okay.